I want you to answer me this. How is it that coming up in Chicago, East Garfield, and coming up in Cabrini Greenstone, can you tell me how is it that coming from a city like that and getting to a place where we came from a single parent home to a no parent home, can you tell me how is it that I was able to get married, which in June I'll be married 24 years. I have a 23-year-old son and a 21-year-old son, got through school, got a degree, went back and got another one. Can you explain to me how systemic racism kept me from doing that?
It doesn't. Systemic racism didn't. Every person can make good decisions and flourish in this country regardless of the color of their skin.
So then how is it that somebody like me did it? I mean, wait, I'm black. I'm coming up in a oppressed era, so can you tell me how I was able to achieve it?
You tell me.
Well, from what I'm being told, it's because I was lucky.
It was probably hard work, good decisions, maybe a pastor or a mentor that, you know, gave you good guidance.
So then why is it so hard for everybody else to look like me to understand that?
You ask them.
Trying to.
All 30 states that track party registration. We're putting on the screen the data. It shows altogether Democrats have lost 2.1 million voters. Republicans have gained 2.4 million. That's a deficit that you have of 4.5 million voters.
So breaking fucking news, Charlie Kirk got shot in the fucking neck. That was the last bastion. I can't be a liberal no fucking more. You see the fucking comments? I hope the gun is okay. The same fucking people asking for moral decency. I cannot in good faith align myself with you guys anymore. I once had a headache. You'll be alright. Cause you don't agree with him politically?
Impeach Charlie Kirk. Democrats are trying to make themselves look good in this situation. You got Kamala and Joe Biden along with the rest of them Looney Tunes. America is no place for violence. For violence? You all are the ones that incite violence the most. Gavin Newsom just said a few weeks ago he's ready to punch Republicans. Then you all have him posting social media. We are so sad for Charlie Kirk's situation. You all don't care. Kamala, you didn't write that. You want us to believe you wrote that statement? You can't even talk. PR wrote that statement. Then you have the governor of Chicago blaming Donald Trump for this inciting violence. Man, unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. You have liberals on camera throughout social media for the last 24 hours laughing and mocking the situation. You want to know why this hit hard? Because this man, 31 years old, have never showed any type of violence. Well, we didn't like his opinion. His opinion was all facts, all truth. Not like he was going around making shit up. But that's the thing. That's the thing. Here in this country, they don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to, the other side don't want us to talk about the truth.
The Liberal Party are a nasty, bigoted outfit, and people have worked them out. And that might be why they keep losing. People want politicians who are not focused on these, the persecution of trans people. They want politicians who are focused on the cost of living, on skills and training and work, on hospitals, on transport infrastructure, on working hard for working people. Not people who are bitterly divided and take their narrow, nasty brand of politics and try and dress that up as a national agenda. And whether it's anti-trans, anti-gay, anti-Chinese people, the list goes on and on.
I've been sitting in my car for the last hour or so, just trying to process the last couple of days. And forgive me if I don't have the energy. It has been really troubling. I just came here to announce my official divorce from the Democratic Party. And you're talking to a guy who's been voted Democrat since I was 18 years old. Up until recently, I've been changing how I vote, but still carrying the label, you know. I'm the type of guy who doesn't jump ship. I try to be the voice of reason within the ship to try to steer it back to a true north. But this party has lost its way. The Democratic Party, let's be honest, has become demonic and barbaric. And I, as a Christian, can't be a part of that anymore. Look, I'm a proud and beautiful black man. I love being black. I love my skin, everything that comes with it. I was a proud Democrat. I remember they used to stand for the right thing. But before I'm beautifully black, before I am a member of any party, I'm a born-again Christian. I'm a born-again Christian, and The Democratic Party right now doesn't represent my values, my ethics.
As a registered Democrat, all I have to say is the Charlie Kirk shooting just proves that we are the worst, man. My party is the fucking worst. I got people celebrating, hoping that he dies. Are we fucking for real right now? Where's the empathy? Where's the respect, man? It's disgusting. It's disgusting, truly. And the fact of the matter is this: he was a father, and whether or not I agree with his political opinions, all he truly wanted to do at the core was see this country be the best. And I can fucking respect that. And to see people just be blatantly disgusting, man, we're the worst, man. We're horrible.
We alienated women, particularly women who wanted to work from home. We offended public servants. We offended multicultural communities, particularly with this announcement that went nowhere about a referendum on dual citizens. We insulted people who live in the inner cities. We didn't really have an offering for young people, particularly students. We offended other minority groups as well. It was almost as if we were running out of new people to offend.
I'm disgusted this morning. I'm disgusted this morning. I've sat with what happened to Charlie, and I'm just sitting here thinking about everything. The 2024 election, there was one point where I was watching nothing but Charlie's videos. He was a man of God. I was learning from him, questioning things. That's what he did, I am so ashamed to be a part of a party that celebrates someone being murdered like that. That's not what I stand for. That's not who I am. I don't care. I don't care if it was Trump. I don't care. You're never gonna catch me celebrating seeing someone be brutally murdered in front of hundreds, if not thousands of people. His wife, his daughter, his family. You're not gonna catch me doing that. I am so disgusted this morning. That's not a joke. I am holding myself together. I'm trying not to cry. Listening to Charlie's videos, watching his videos, I feel guilty. I feel guilty because I should have heard him out more. I should have heard him out more. And I'm sorry, Charlie. I see a lot of people saying he was a hateful man, but a lot of the stuff they're saying he was being hateful about, they didn't actually word his quotes correctly. They're just shortening it up to fit their narrative. I am so disgusted this morning. As a Democrat, as a registered Democrat since I was 21, I'm about to be 30. We got to do better. Period. I don't care, because if you're a Democrat, you support me and you follow me. If you can sit here and say that what happened to Charlie he deserved, please do us both a favor and delete me, block me. I don't want you supporting me. Period. Good day.
I'm not going to vote Democrat anymore. I did leave the left because I was getting sick and tired of their behavior. But I was considering myself to be in the center. No. Whoever did this just fucked up. And I'm seeing a lot of people who were on the left say that they're no longer going to be on the left anymore. I still have my same beliefs. I still support the communities that I support. And I will still vote for people who align with those beliefs. But
as a registered...
I'm not gonna lie, y'all gotta be a different type of sick to be celebrating Charlie Kirk's death, bro. That's crazy to me. Like, you don't gotta agree with anything bro say. I made a video about not agreeing with what he said on Juneteenth. That don't mean I think he deserved to lose his life, though. Every page that's posting Charlie Kirk's death.
So I'm very aware that when you look at me, you see the hair and the nose ring, you probably think I'm a huge liberal. I love living in America. I love this country. I am a die-hard centrist. I have a lot of liberal views and I have a lot of conservative views, but most of the time I'm able to see the gray in areas, and come to a critically thought out conclusion about the right and wrong. The amount of people I've had to unfriend or unfollow because they're cheering and happy about what happened today is very disheartening. And if you're following me on here and you're upset that I'm not cheering and woohoo, please unfollow me. I'm sorry if you followed me because of the way I looked. We live in a country where I can look the way I want to look and I can have the opinions I want to have and say the things I want to have because of where we live. And this is an attack on freedom of speech, no matter how you look at it, whether you like Charlie, you didn't like Charlie.
I'm so mad right now. I was just sitting down to do my makeup and I get the news about Charlie Kirk. What the actual fuck? Liberals, this is your this is your party. This is your party. This is what you do. This is what you do. Jasmine Crockett, AOC, what are you doing? Chuck Schumer, like, what are you doing about this right now? Yous are the party. Yous are the Democrat Party. Mandami, what are you doing? Are you doing anything about this right now? No, of course you aren't.
Hello. My name is Jen. And first and foremost, I want to start off by saying that I have been contemplating for a couple days now on whether or not to make this video because I wanted to protect myself mostly from all the horrible things that people are going to say to me and about me after I say what I'm about to say. But that being said, I also have to say that after seeing the brutal assassination video 50 plus times probably at this point, against my will every time because people thought it was appropriate to share and spread around and laugh at and joke about, and also seeing the horrible comments that people have left directly on Erica's page about her husband and his death, including but not limited to that his children are better off without him and that he sure was leaning left at the end. I decided to speak up. People take one look at me and make their assumptions about who I am and who I voted for and my beliefs. And I just got to say this. I'm 28 years old. I've been a registered Democrat my entire life. My family grew up teaching me Democratic values. I've always agreed with the Democratic side up until after Trump's first election. After that, I became independent. And now, after this, I will never fucking vote Democrat again. I also want to say that if you're one of these people celebrating the death of this American patriot, I'll pray for you. Because you're obviously very mentally unwell. And the majority of America is also very mentally unwell right now as we grieve for somebody that we loved. Somebody that was our voice. And I gotta say that if the assassination of a man over practicing free speech doesn't destroy you inside as a person, as a citizen, I'm concerned. And you need to rethink your morals and values. I also want to say that I have been made to feel since the election that I can't speak up about how I feel and about my beliefs on these issues because I didn't want to lose friends and family over a difference of opinion. And though I know that I have the maturity to not snip people off over a fucking vote, others just don't have the same. But I want to say that thanks to Charlie Kirk, I'm now going to be more true to myself and my beliefs. And it's a shame that it took somebody being assassinated for a lot of people, not even just myself, for a lot of people to come forward and say that. I will no longer hide. I voted red last election, and I'm going to do it for the rest of my life. Because y'all have pushed me farther and farther right. Each time you pull a stunt like this, you tried to kill our president. You tried to kill our president. Thank God you failed. I have spent the better part of the past 48 hours cutting people out of my life that I plan to no longer ever speak to again. And we are not the same, because y'all did that over a vote. I did that because people thought it was appropriate to take a screenshot of the moment that bullet entered that man's neck and post it in the comments as a joke. We are not the same. Let me make that very fucking clear. And my message to those like me, to those who voted like me, to those who are feeling the same grief and helplessness and hopelessness that I feel following Charlie Kirk's assassination, my message to you is let's band together. Because enough is enough. How much longer are we going to be silent? How much more bullshit and abuse are we going to tolerate? Y'all want a war so bad. You want a war so bad. And what I gotta say is, don't be surprised when it happens. Because we are outraged. You went too far. We are fucking outraged. Just tell me when and where, and I'll be there. Because you guys have declared war. I'm tired of being nice. I'm tired of being silent to keep the peace. I will no longer do so. And for that, I have to thank Charlie Kirk. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to your wife. I'm sorry that she had to somehow explain it to your babies that daddy isn't coming home. Because somebody was so narcissistic enough to believe that he had the right to kill over a difference of opinion. America is grieving with you. The last thing I have to say is this. If you know me personally and you condone what happened to this man, don't ever fucking speak to me again. If you follow me on any social media and you condone what happened to this man, unfollow me right the fuck now. And don't ever talk to me ever again. I don't know where we're going to go from here as a country. I don't know how we can move forward after this. Because we have tried to have conversations with those of us who disagree. Look at where it got us. So as far as I'm concerned, the conversations are fucking over. Over. We're done. We're done. Done.
So we are more than 24 hours into the assassination of Charlie Kirk. And I genuinely want the middle ground Democrats to ask themselves this question. Do you notice a difference? Do you see a difference in the parties and what the reactions are? Who do you align with more? It is evident that Charlie Kirk meant everything to us. He wasn't just a political pawn, somebody to idealize, somebody to use for a movement. We loved and we cherished him. So one would argue that because of the connection that we had to this person, the outrage, the anger, the madness would erupt, right? Is that what you're seeing right now? I haven't seen violence. I haven't seen looting. I haven't seen riots. I've seen prayer vigils where they're praying, where they're worshiping, reading scripture, praising the Lord through song. Can you see it now? Can you see which party is the party of division and hate? I really don't see how it could become more clear. Whether you agreed with Charlie Kirk or not, your voice matters. If you're seeing people in your party speak of division and hate, please stand up, please say something, please call it out. We all have to stick together if we're going to change this movement in America. And it doesn't have to be a Republican movement. It's a bringing us back to civility movement. And you're a big part of that.
As somebody who is on the left and has voted Democrat my whole adult life, I just wanted to tell you guys I am praying for Charlie Kirk. I do not condone what happened to him. I am not celebrating what happened to him. I think it is tragic. I think it is disgusting. He is somebody's father. He is somebody's son. I don't have to agree with him to respect his right to live. I don't have to agree with him to protect his right to free speech. I'm praying for him. That's terrible. And the person who did that does not represent me. Love y'all. Keep your head on a swivel.